Credit Suisse now really facing its lifeline.
The Switzerland's embattled bank, Credit Suisse, secured a big financial lifeline.
European markets have closed down more than 3%.
When it comes to the world of finance, the collapse of a major bank could cause shockwaves to the global economy. Such was the case with Credit Suisse, one of the world's largest banks, whose recent collapse has been the subject of intense scrutiny and analysis. With a history that spans more than 160 years and a reputation for stability and financial prowess, the fall of Credit Suisse has many people asking what went wrong. The collapse has sent investors into a downward spiral and sparked major concerns about the global financial system's sustainability. In this video, we will uncover the hidden truths behind the Credit Suisse collapse, exploring the factors that led to its downfall and the implication for a wider financial landscape. It all started with Alfred Escher, a Swiss entrepreneur who dreamed of connecting northern and southern Europe through a railway network. Escher had a grand vision of connecting Switzerland to the trade ports of Europe, and he knew that a new railway system was a key to making it happen. However, in order to construct this extravagant railway network, Escher needed a huge amount of capital, because he did not want to rely on foreign financiers who would want control over his initiatives. He established Schweizerische Kreditanstalt in 1856, which would later become Credit Suisse. For the next 100 years, Credit Suisse played a vital role in Switzerland's economic growth, from developing its currency to financing its electrical grid. The bank became the go-to choice for the country's burgeoning middle class before expanding its reach throughout Europe and opening its first New York branch in 1940. However, the Second World War brought both opportunities and challenges for the bank. Credit Suisse played a leading role in financing the post-war reconstruction efforts in Europe. Still, it was also accused of blocking access to the accounts of Holocaust survivors. And that's not all. Some of the bank's acquired lenders were found to have accounts linked to Nazi officials. Despite these controversies, Credit Suisse continued to thrive, becoming a symbol of Swiss banking secrecy. In the 1960s, British politicians coined the term the Norns of Zurich to describe Swiss bankers hoarding pots of gold in underground caverns. The Credit Suisse even built a vault 18 feet below the nearby Lake Zurich with 3,500 safes for its customers. But it wasn't until 1978 when Credit Suisse struck a deal to partner with US investment bank First Boston that it truly became a global player. Through a series of aggressive acquisitions, the bank solidified its position in Zurich, London, and New York, joining the bulge bracket of global investment banks. If you thought Credit Suisse's 165-year history was all sunshine, think again. In recent years, the bank was hit by a string of scandals, management shakeups, and staggering losses that have sent shockwaves through the financial world. Let's start with the 2019 spying scandal that led to the resignation of Credit Suisse then CEO Tidjane Thiam. Things got even messier when the bank's wealth management boss Iqbal Khan jumped ship to UBS and was subsequently surveilled by private contractors in an effort to determine whether he poached clients. But the hits kept coming. In 2021, the pandemic was wreaking havoc on the global economy, and the Credit Suisse was hit hard by collapse of the US family investment fund Archegos Capital and British finance firm Greensill Capital. These two events triggered a pre-tax loss of close $1 billion for Credit Suisse. Following the collapse of Archegos, the bank's investment bank CEO and the chief risk and compliance officer left the company. However, an independent investigation found that Credit Suisse had failed to effectively manage risk in Archegos scandal, but suggested that no fraudulent or illegal conduct occurred. Then came the resignation of chairman Antonio Horta Osorio in January 2022 over a scandal related to his breaching of Swiss and British COVID-19 quarantine protocols. Fast forward to late summer 2022, when new CEO Ulrich Körner unveiled a strategic review that was hindered by an unsubstantiated rumor that Credit Suisse was facing an impending failure. This prompted clients to pull a whopping $119 billion of fund in the final quarter of 2022. In an effort to shore up liquidity and boost investor confidence, Credit Suisse announced plans in early 2023 to borrow up to $54 billion. But by mid-March, the bank's top backer, Saudi National Bank, said it would not give more money to Credit Suisse as a result of regulatory barriers. And then just when things seemed like they couldn't get any worse, the collapses of US Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, and Signature Bank in early March 2023 sent fear throughout the global banking system. It's a stark reminder of just how interconnected the financial world really is. On 19 March 2023, Swiss investment bank UBS Group AG agreed to buy Credit Suisse for of $3 billion in an all-stock deal. This acquisition was brokered by the Swiss government and the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, and it is a significant development in the banking sector. UBS acquired Credit Suisse in a deal that's worth over $3 billion, a pretty modest sum considering the size and assets of the bank. And if that wasn't enough, UBS officials have announced that they plan to shrink Credit Suisse even further by potentially selling off parts of the bank. The impact of UBS takeover of Credit Suisse is wide-ranging. The future of the bank's offices located all over the world and its 50,000 employees is still unknown, because UBS could take over parts or all of the bank's location while closing down others or laying off workers. The deal also means that UBS is about to become even more massive, with a projected $5 trillion in assets under management. That's a lot more money. It's not yet clear how this deal will turn out, nor what the consequences will be for the banking sector as a whole. But one thing for sure, we'll be watching closely to what happens next. And if you're curious about Saudi's ambitious plan to host FIFA 2030, then you should check out our latest video that dives deep into the details of the grand plan. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We appreciate your support and can't wait to bring you more thrilling insights in the future. Thanks for watching.